Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart: how to reinvent yourself. Not just a surface-level change, but a fundamental shift into becoming a stronger, quieter, and more strategic version of you. It's about evolving from the inside out, using some powerful principles from human psychology. Have you ever felt stuck? Like you're reacting to life instead of directing it? Maybe you feel like you're constantly explaining yourself, or that your efforts aren't leading to the results you want. If that resonates, you're in the right place. This journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's about unlocking the most effective, powerful version of the person you already are. So let's get started on this transformation. First, let's talk about becoming stronger. And I don't just mean physically. I'm talking about mental and emotional fortitude. Psychological strength starts with one core concept: your locus of control. This is a psychological term that refers to how much you believe you control your own life. People with an internal locus of control believe their actions shape their destiny. Those with an external locus of control believe outside forces, luck, fate, other people determine their outcomes. To become stronger, you must cultivate an internal locus of control. Start by taking radical responsibility. When something goes wrong, instead of asking whose fault is it, ask what can I do about this now? This small shift in language moves you from a passive victim to an active problem solver. It puts you back in the driver's seat. Another key is to embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Psychologically, we're wired to seek comfort and avoid pain, but true strength is built by willingly facing challenges. Start small. Maybe it's finally having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding, or tackling a project that intimidates you. Each time you step into discomfort and survive, you prove to your brain that you're capable, which builds an unshakable foundation of self-trust and resilience. This is the essence of becoming psychologically stronger. Next, let's explore the art of becoming quieter. Now, this isn't about being silent or antisocial. It's about being more deliberate with your words and your energy. In a world that's incredibly loud, where everyone is broadcasting their every thought, quiet confidence is a superpower. There's a psychological principle called the verbal overshadowing effect. Sometimes the act of describing something can actually impair our memory or understanding of it.
Ow.
It's as if your brain gets a premature sense of accomplishment just from the announcement. So, how do you cultivate this strategic quietness? First, practice the power of the pause. Before you speak, especially in a heated or important situation, take a breath. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say necessary? Is it kind? Is it helpful? This simple filter can save you from so much unnecessary conflict and regret. Second, become a better listener than you are a speaker. When you truly listen to someone, you're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're gathering information, you're understanding motivations, you're seeing the full picture. People who are genuinely good listeners are often perceived as more charismatic and intelligent. They learn more and make better decisions because they operate with more data. Moving in silence and letting your actions and results speak for you is one of the most powerful moves you can make. It commands respect without demanding it. This brings us to our third and final pillar: becoming more strategic. Being strategic means thinking long-term. It's about playing chess, not checkers. It's understanding that the best moves aren't always the most obvious or immediate ones. A key psychological tool for this is mental modeling, or what's often called second-order thinking. First-order thinking is simple and direct. I want this, so I'll do that. For example, I'm hungry, so I'll eat this cake. Second-order thinking goes deeper. It asks, and then what? So, I'll eat this cake, and then I'll feel a sugar crash, and then I'll have strayed from my health goals. Then I'll feel guilty. This deeper level of thinking allows you to anticipate consequences and make choices that align with your ultimate vision. To start practicing this, get into the habit of planning your weeks and even your days with intention. Don't just have a to-do list, have a priority list. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will make tomorrow easier or better? This is strategic action. Another part of being strategic is understanding leverage. The 80-20th principle, or Pareto principle, suggests that roughly 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. In your own life, What are the 20% of activities that are generating 80% of your happiness and results? And what are the 20% of activities or people causing 80% of your stress? A strategic person identifies this and ruthlessly prunes the low-impact activities and doubles down on the high-impact ones. It's about working smarter, not just harder. So let's tie it all together. Reinventing yourself into a stronger, quieter, more strategic person is a three-part process. You become stronger by taking ownership and embracing discomfort, building an internal locus of control. You become quieter by speaking with intention and mastering the art of listening, conserving your energy for what truly matters. And you become more strategic by thinking long-term, anticipating consequences, and applying leverage to focus on the things that give you the greatest return. This isn't an overnight fix, it's a practice. It's a series of conscious choices you make every single day. Start small. Pick one area to focus on this week. Maybe it's pausing before you speak. Or maybe it's tackling one small task you've been avoiding. Each small win builds momentum. Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be intentional. You are the architect of your life, and these psychological tools are the blueprints and the building blocks. You have the power to build a version of yourself that you are incredibly proud of, a version that is resilient, respected, and effective. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this has given you some actionable insights you can start applying right away. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on personal growth and applied psychology. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these three pillars, stronger, quieter, or more strategic, are you going to focus on first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.